Okay, so I'm heading out this morning to go check out a collection of antiques. It's a fellow I've known for a little while now and have been there a couple times. He always seems to have the coolest stuff. So I'm going to go and see what there is. We also worked out a really interesting trade. I had a very cool old radio station clock and we ended up trading straight across for a slot machine. So I'll show you that. So I'm going to go down there, we're going to check it out and get everything unpacked at the store, and I'll show you what we get. So I just got back to the shop, have to unload everything still. So there's a few boxes, there's the old slot machine there, an old cupboard. I'm gonna get things unloaded and walk you through what we got. So back at the shop now, I'm gonna start unpacking. We'll do it on camera so you can see as I'm pulling stuff out of the boxes. And I'll do a little recap of what I think is the coolest stuff that came in. So here we go. Okay, so this is some of the stuff that came in. What I think are the cooler pieces, there's a couple of these. This is a prism prism spectrometer. It breaks light up into different elements. I guess they use it in science. I'm still have to do a little bit more research to figure out exactly what they would use it for, but kind of a cool instrument. I ended up with two of them. These came in the other day. Those are pretty cool. They're vintage pilot's helmets and tanker helmet. A bunch of Matchbox toys in the boxes, an old Dinky toy, a Brownie camera. This is pretty neat actually. It's a old postage stamp dispenser. So it's metal. It's it's for dispensing postage stamps. So very cool. Have to see if that still works. Who knows? It feels like it's heavy. It might still have stamps in it. You never know. There's an old ship's light. That's for the masthead, and it's copper or brass. Really cool. Old Mantle Clock here, which I have to get the pendulum in it, get it hooked up, an old starch tin. It's quite an old fishing bag, it's woven, and I do have the top for it here too, so that's kind of a cool piece. Some vintage swords from the 1800s, might be Civil War, the Chinese or Japanese, I'll have to figure out which one it is, along the back there, the sheath. Old baseball cards, an old plastic toy that would have been issued when you bought a brand new T-Bird. You would have got these as a sort of a giveaway or something they sold at the dealer, so pretty cool. Mantle clocks. This was a neat piece. It needs a little bit of cleaning right now, but it's a hygrometer, so it tells you your humidity and whether it's going to be stormy or not, but probably 1950s. It's got that space age kind of, looks almost like one of those old mines that they'd have floating around in the water with the spikes hanging off it. It's a neat thing though. A whole tub of old coins which I gotta go through. I'm hoping that some of them will work on my slot machine that I got. Also this was kind of neat too. I gotta go through these, a whole bunch of old postcards and lighters, but this whole box is basically all postcards from who knows how old these are, like probably, you know, teens or 20s or even older, so have to go through all that stuff too. But the one thing that is ridiculously heavy that I had to use a cart to bring it in the store, I've used all my might to get it up, is this old British Mayfair slot machine. So it's a Mills machine. It's the Mills Mayfair, and it's an old one-arm bandit, but you can see it takes 1p, which I believe would be 1 English penny. And then it dispenses as well, and looks like the last person maybe might have paid out them 10 coins because it had the 2 oranges there. So, but it got that great kind of Art Deco sort of look. So probably like a this is probably like a 40s or 50s piece, but really, really cool looking. So I'll definitely find a home for that in the shop. We love to get that kind of stuff in. Old 1950s globe as well, and just some neat odds and ends. Now, the reason I bought this stuff is I like things you don't see every day. You don't see 1940s slot machines kind of every day. You also don't see hygrometers that look like a floating mine. So anytime I see something kind of unusual and different, I like to pick it up. This was another thing that was neat too. This was the sign for a band that called themselves the Comancheros, so probably like a 1950s, maybe like a rock band or who knows. But that would have been their main sign they hauled around to gigs and set up when they were on stage. So, you know, to think that's been sitting for such a long time and now I've got it, what a cool piece that would be if you collected musical instruments or just thought that that sort of thing was neat. So, yeah. So the next step for me is going to be going through all this, cleaning it up, getting it priced, and getting it displayed nicely in the store so it's not just in a big pile on my counter. So I might leave that for tomorrow. I'll have to go through the postcards and stuff at home. Actually, that'll be kind of fun. I like doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I should have most of the stuff out in the shop for this coming week. And yeah, stay tuned. There's always more cool finds coming and going out of the shop here. So if you like what you see, like our videos on YouTube. If you want, you can subscribe, and then these videos come around on a weekly basis. Always something new. But thanks for tuning in, and see you guys soon.